What is going on? I'm zmoT. We are on the dev build. 1 million diamonds. Code zmoT does not work, and we are only headquarters level 10. This is all for very, very good reasons. We are about to do a sneak peek on that beast right there, the Hasty Mega Crab. This crab leaderboard is going to be insane. People are going to be getting up into stages like 600-ish, if I had to wager a guess. This crab is the most ridiculous of all the crabs, and to make it even crazier, the dev team has added 3 squad leaders. Now, we are going to work from right to left because right to left is kind of the best order ish, not really though. Anyways, this is the Ninja Zooka, just like the hidden warriors. These Zookas are invisible until they start shooting stuff. So that's all you really need to know about them. They're going to be useless except for like one tiny little application. And then we're going to move to the Muka. And the Muka is a name that I can't even say with a straight face. What they're going for on this is, and the profile picture is like, I don't know where the heck they got that from, but it just is super cringy in my opinion. Muka is a mortar Zooka, not a Bombadier Zooka, which would be like a Zumba or something like that, which is patented or trademarked or something, but a Muka. And then finally onto the Firebrand, and this one had me thinking it was a grenadier because of the grenade word, but it's actually yet another Bombadier. Now, obviously, low levels don't have the option to use Bombadiers, but they do have the option to use the Muka and the Ninjuka. I can't believe they didn't go for Ninjuka. Maybe Ninjago got in the way there. Anyways, so where these are going to be useful, the Ninja one is going to be not terribly all that useful. And by the way, dev build, the cryo bombs are not working. The dev team has been alerted. And here's what I'm thinking. We're going to drop these ladies up here. And notice that you can't use their thing until they're all off the boat. And then they just walk past all of the defenses. They have those little circles around them to show you where they are. And they can just hide behind the core and blast away. So items like that is where they're going to be useful, where you can just kind of sneak them somewhere and have them do some damage. For low levels, things like this are going to be useful for the first, 10 stages or so. Then you're going to run out of usage, and you're going to have to switch to our good friends, the Muka. And the Muka are going to be fantastic for all levels of players. These are probably the best squad leader, and they're going to be ridiculously strong when and if they ever come to warships. So what the Muka is it's just a Bombadier. It's a Bombadier, but you get 7 of them. And at the max levels, you get 15 of them. They've got tons of range. They've got the standard Zooka damage, but they're going to outrange sniper towers and mortars, and they're just going to stand in there and hammer away at things. And notice that they don't have the best aim. They've got a little bit of splash damage in behind, so they are doing great things. Now, one of the problems with Bombadiers, as you see that sniper tower taking out one of them, one of the problems with Bombadiers and Grenadiers is that they bunch up and try and get too close to things, so you're going to have to manage them a little bit better than I am. And they do outrange sniper towers, but they also like to get close to one another, and they are going to be hugely beneficial for low levels. You can take out many stages using only these ladies. You don't need to mix anyone else in, except for maybe you could send Kavan with them and or some medics, because they're just going to outrange things. You don't have boom cannons in the early stages, and it might be a little bit slow, but that's where you've got that 3x mode button and that speed serum to speed up your attack. So that's all I'm going to show about those ladies for the second. And as far as this boosts that we have, every 10 stages, we get more and more and more troop speed until we're up to 300%, which is going to be absolutely insane. And so just to show you that I'm not crazy, 150% at stage 24, 200% at 31 plus, 250 at 41 plus, and then of course 300% stages onwards. So before we jump into stage 62, wanted to quickly touch on the Engraver. Now, because we have 300% speed boost, you probably don't want to add rally tier troops because troops just max out at speeds. I don't know exactly what percentage it is, but troops tend to max out and you don't get a heck of a lot of benefit out of throwing speed serum. I'll talk about that in a second, but for right about now, I am going to be enabling the leech engraving. I am opposed to the engraving costs for operation attacks and day-to-day things, but for the Mega Crab, it is hugely beneficial. And then when it comes to the actual Mega Crab attacks, remember that Speed Serum gives you twice the speed maybe twice the speed and half the damage, so you end up with 4 times the speed. And anyways, bottom line, Speed Serum stops being effective at some point, so I am not going to be using it. And speaking of not effective, I think I touched on this, but Cryo Bomb's not working at the second on the dev build, so we're going to have to throw a little bit of extra GBE. The devs are aware that's not a giant concern here because all of the mines would be cleared on the regular build. Also, I would not be using brick, so we are just going to retreat out. I'll get Kavan in, and we are just going to walk through this together. It is going to be super duper fun, and we don't have Kavan yet. Which brings us to our more important note. Do make sure you go out and max your tribes, because those mech boosts are going to be hugely beneficial. Mechs with 300% speed are crazy fun, so lots of mechs are going to be used. Also some other troops that I'll show you soon, but what we're going to do on this hit is full demonstration mode. This is going to be a terrible attack for the most part, but what I want to show you is the Firebrand, but more importantly, I want to get these ladies out here and show you exactly what I have planned with these ladies. So this right here is the primary use that I see for these ladies. Just walking them back on these bases with all of those shield gens, and then you can just ignore the rest of it. Like, yes, we're going to lose some of those Muka ladies to these boom mines, and we're going to lose a bunch of this stuff here, and as soon as those ladies come out of Invis, they will be targeted by that Doom Cannon if we let it. But look at these things just absolutely crushing. I mean, would you really send a boat of Ninja Zookas back there? Maybe just to speed this hit up a little bit, because otherwise you got to wait for your troops to go that way. And the fact that we have those flares, and my goodness, are they ever expensive. And look at this, we've got our Mookas are shooting and doing some damage in behind the core. You can see, though, if we I was going to say slow this down, but no, that's actually already at slow mode. So you can go up to 9 times speed if you're using that ridiculous button that is 3 times mode on top of 3 times mode to start with. And some of the feedback I've gotten from a bunch of you saying that rocket choppas have made the Mega Crab more fun for you, and that is where this engraver again comes in super handy. Throwing the leech in there and then just going. We are going to use Everspark to get some critters, and we're just going to drop and see how these things do at 3 times mode, because rocket choppas are, if not the fastest troop, the second fastest troop. Not sure who would win in that race between them and warriors. But we are just going to drop some critters, we'll drop Everspark, and then we'll just get all of these things going as we just keep pumping out critters. Literally all I'm going to do after I keep throwing things towards Cryo Bombs, is just keep chucking out these things. And look how rocket choppas are just crushing, just absolutely wrecking things. Yes, we have a lot of critters, and we can get some more critters back here, but just watching Everspark and the gang walk all the way through this, we're probably going to lose more troops than I would like to as we come in contact with 3 different Doom Cannons, but with 0 planning and 0 strategy, we are absolutely walking this base using those rocket choppas. So yes, there are very much likely better strategies and troop combos and hero combos to use with rocket choppas, but stage 63 just is going to show you how ridiculous this Mega Crab is going to be as Everspark just keeps dropping critter after, and then let's go to 3 times. Like, it's ridiculous. So do not sleep on Rocket Choppas. Do not sleep on Mechs. Do not sleep on the Engraver. The fact that we just managed to walk through stage 63 with 0 effort whatsoever is bonkers. So yes, those, and one thing I forgot to show you, let's just get this back in here, is that Firebrand. And by the way, these are not just available for the Mega Crab. You'll also be able to use them on your regular base if you wanted to. So I am only using them for the Mega Crab because that's where I have attacks. As you can see, I don't have anything I can attack on the main base, but yes, you can use them on Dr. T. Yes, you can use them on PvP, and we are just going to drop them right about here underneath that one smoke. And once they become alive, we're going to drop that just to try to slow down some things near us so you can see. And 3 times mode is going to be difficult to see what the heck is happening, but yes, they are dropping and they make things burn for 5 seconds, and those 5 seconds are real 5 seconds even though they're shooting at 3 times mode. That is not 9 times mode, which of course they would only burn for like 1.5 seconds or something like that. So these guys are fairly decent, but I'm going to be honest with you, Rocket Choppas are going to be where I'm going to be putting my efforts because they just look to be so much fun. Like, yes, we have the opportunity to drop those Firebrand dudes, but these Rocket Choppas just absolutely dominating everything that gets in any way, shape, or form close to them. So, and Everspark is a great hero because we don't need Kavan because Kavan can't heal flying troops, and also we have the Leech Engraving, so these things are healing themselves halfway decently. Bullet would probably be fairly decent as well, but for right now, we are just walking through shock blasters and boom cannons and all the rest of it, even though we should have been dead a long time ago. So I would love to hear your guesses of how far people are going to be able to get on this crab. Like, are we going to see a stage 1,000 or something ridiculous? Regardless, that is my sneak peek. Do stick around. Season 74, as you just saw, popped out. Sneak peek on that coming soon. Tried to keep this sneak peek short. Hopefully I showed you all the details. If you have questions, do let me know. Muka, Firebrand, and the Zooka Ninja, all good additions. Likely going to be overshadowed on the Mega Crab, but for low to mid levels, like I talked about, those are going to be the ones that are going to benefit from this the most. Max levels, I'll be using Rocket Choppas and Mechs and Laser Rangers and all sorts of fun stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm zmoT. Peace.